Hello and welcome back. Today in quarantine, I'm Renee Cross, your host, coming to you live from Lincoln, Nebraska, where the corn is not quite husked yet, but the corn huskers are still a thing. This is also the home of the Union College squirrel. And yeah, actually, speaking of squirrels, yesterday I went on a short bike ride, and there are in Lincoln, mostly they're red squirrels, which are just kind of more like brownish red. So that's kind of fun. But I have seen an occasional black squirrel, and these black squirrels are jet black. There's no other color on them but black, the ones that I've seen at least. Super cool. Like I said, I haven't seen those a ton from anywhere else, but I've seen a lot of them here. But yesterday, when I was on my bike ride, I saw for the first time what looked like a mixed squirrel. That's right. This squirrel looked like it was both brown and black. It was like mostly black with like some orangish, reddish coloring. And it was like, okay, cool. Science. That's definitely a thing. So yeah, today is episode 61, I believe, which I think 61 is a prime number. Which is pretty cool. Let's double check that with Google. Yes, 61 is a prime number. So love some prime numbers because they're just so cool. Like how unique. Everybody else has got factors except for you. Live your life, prime numbers. Go do your best. Yeah. So really enjoying that. Today is Monday, and it's the quietest Monday I've had in a while. Which is nice. It's definitely nice to do. No meetings today. I had Zoom meeting today, and only one student showed up halfway through. So we did a Kahoot and talked about his fish. Yeah, it was good to know. Through this Zoom thing, I've gotten to know more students, or I've gotten to know some students more than I have other students, and sometimes it's been the students that I didn't think I had a connection with before. So for example, this one kid who is a really great kid, but he wasn't one of my students in my lesson group. He was another teacher's student, and I had him in my group band time, and yeah, we just kind of connected some more this remote learning time. So it's been pretty cool. Some of my other students, I've got like 5 or 6 consistent 6th grade students who show up. Yeah, it's been pretty good, pretty cool. Sometimes, sometimes it's the kids that surprise you. I was just telling my roommate earlier today that one of the students who has, I wouldn't expect him to be doing anything because he's not that great of a player. He kind of holds his instrument incorrectly, and I wasn't sure about him, but he loves being in band. And he would always show up. We have an early morning rehearsal, or we had an early morning rehearsal, and it started at 7:15 a.m. And he was always the first one there. He was there at like 7, and he'd help me set up chairs, and he just loved to be there. So that was always a pretty cool thing. And so when remote learning started, I wasn't sure if I would hear from him. But every week, he hasn't come to any Zoom lessons, but every week he turns something in, which just means to me that band is still an important part to him. So that just makes me happy inside and smile, and I hope he gets better next year, because with the love and the passion for band can go a lot farther than than just being good. But if you get those two together, then you really got something. But if you love to be in band, then it's just going to be a great time for all. So that was super encouraging. Definitely one of the better parts of my day. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, so there's that. What else have I done today? We're catching up with grading. This is the last week of school. Students are done on Thursday. Thursday's their last day. And yeah, it's just kind of been a whirlwind of catching up and doing some final grading and all that. And what was the other thing? This week, I'm also writing some personal messages to my students and trying to just connect with them one last time and say, hey, great job, keep it up, keep it going. I'm really happy that that I've had the chance to meet them, and through this remote learning thing, I've gotten to know them a little bit better. One of the things that's been interesting to me is that the students who, or just an observation of mine, the students who I predicted would stay and do online learning, most of them have, and then they've continued to do it. I haven't had too many like surprise students like, oh, either you didn't do anything and before and now you're not doing anything now. But it's been a good experience. And I've learned a lot about actual teaching, about students, about life, about making relationships. You definitely want to have, that's half the battle, just having good relationships. And in my weekly check-in this week, one of my last questions is just, you have anything else to say? And a lot of kids have said thank you, or what's been something that you've enjoyed about being in band. A lot of kids just say, making music and being around friends and having a good time and learning, which I hope has been a positive thing. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a sentimental week, but that's okay. That's okay. Today's weather has been kind of interesting. Today has been partly cloudy, but this afternoon the sun came out, which is awesome. It's been a while since it's been sunny, and it's just kind of warmed up to be a really nice day. It's probably around 70 degrees right now, maybe high 60s. This is pretty cool. It's good stuff. I went out to check on my plants today, and I'm growing cilantro and a couple of other things, and my cilantro is starting to look like cilantro, which is exciting. It's like actually growing. They're only about this big, but I can see them. There's something else growing. I think it might be onions. Maybe I think some spinach is growing. That's probably what that is. Actually, I'm thinking about it. But yeah, it's exciting. Andrew says, I wish my school was done this week, but we still have next week to go. I'm so sorry, Andrew. My heart goes out to you. But you can do it. Keep pushing through. You only have, let's see, what is next week? The 27th or so? 26th, 30th? 29th. I think it's the 29th. Yeah. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah. Andrews University actually just released a statement this weekend about what they're going to be doing next year. And as of right now, they are planning to come back to campus in the fall, which is a great thing. But one of the things that they actually decided to do is end the semester at Thanksgiving. So students will come and have all of school up until Thanksgiving break. And normally students would come back and have a week or two and then finals, and then they'd go home for Christmas break. Now they're just going to end at Thanksgiving break and finish off the year. And yeah, it's a very interesting move on their part to kind of cram the semester into that. I'm wondering what kind of changes that they're going to make. Is it just going to be a shorter semester or what? But it's a very interesting move on their part and a bold one to take so early in the year, but a good one for sure. Hopefully other schools can kind of follow suit and come up with these statements, because a lot of people are trying to plan on what's going to happen next year, and it's going to be hard to do. But an interesting move on Andrews University site. A question that I read last night on Reddit, which is a very interesting question to think about, and I've been thinking about it a little bit, is what movie would you like to see from another character in that movie's perspective? What movie would you like to see from another character's perspective? For example, The Lion King they actually did this in The Lion King 1.5, in which Timon and Pumbaa kind of tell a story from their perspective. So that's a pretty cool movie. But one of the answers that I saw, and I thought it would be a really good movie as well, is Frozone from The Incredibles, and to see how Frozone views the events of The Incredibles from his own eyes. Or I'm thinking it would actually be cool to see like a Star Wars franchise from the eyes of one of the droids, like R2-D2 or 3PO. So that'd be pretty cool. I have not finished. Oh wait, yesterday. Did I finish it yesterday before I ended this? I think I did. I have not finished the trilogy, the prequels trilogy yet. Andrew says, easy, Star Wars from the perspective of one of the Sith. Okay, all right. That would be a very good one to see as well. So I think if I'm understanding this correctly, the Sith are like, yeah, I know the Sith are the bad guys. But right now I associate name Sith with the Darth Maul. Is that correct? And is that like, so like there's the Jedi and then there's the Sith. Is that like the best comparison to make with that? Gotcha. All right, cool. Good to know. I'm correct in that thinking. Still trying to follow all the Star Wars things happening. It's a lot. Okay. So there's good Sith. Andrew? Yes? No? Don't know. All right. So it is that time of day when we turn to the internet to give us some great dad jokes. Let's see what it brings to us today. You know, my friend really changed a lot after becoming a vegan. It's like I've never seen her before. Oh boy. I accidentally swallowed a bunch of Scrabble tiles, and my next trip to the bathroom could spell disaster. I like to tell, this is true, I like to tell jokes about eyes. The cornea, the better. What do you call Batman who just returned from a fight and got his butt kicked? It's a bruised Wayne. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. You're right. Well, I was gonna tell this airplane joke, but we'll just go straight over your head. I was robbed by 6 dwarves today. Not happy. See, this is why I use the laugh track, because sometimes, like, yeah, it just helps that I'm not the one laughing, but also it takes up 13 seconds. So it just kind of speeds the time along just a little bit. But it also helps me time my delivery of these jokes a little bit better. So be patient with me, please. But yeah, there we go. Last one. The flat earthers are not taking this pandemic seriously. They just have no grasp on the gravity of the situation. Because they're flat earthers. They don't believe in gravity. It's okay. It's funny. All right. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow in quarantine for another episode of Today in Quarantine. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Yeah, stay inside. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.